everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 19th of February 2022. Starting with very first question, which institution hosts the World Sustainable Development Summit? So the Energy and Resources Institute, that is TERI, hosted the latest edition of World Sustainable Development Summit, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the summit, which was based on the theme Towards a Resilient Planet, Ensuring a Sustainable and Equitable Future. Okay, so the keynote addresses will be delivered by President of Republic of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali, and Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations. Okay, now apart from it, Narcotics Control Bureau has organized Darkathon 2022 initiative to find the solutions to counter the dark net markets. And the initiative aims at involving the students, youth, and the technical experts to find effective solutions to counter the drug trafficking through darknet. So NCB is a law enforcement and intelligence agency under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has addressed the high-level segment of One Ocean Summit recently, which was also addressed by several other heads of states and the governments, including Germany, UK, South Korea, Japan, and Canada. So this One Ocean Summit is organized by France in Brest in cooperation with United Nations and World Bank. And what was the objective? To mobilize the international community to take tangible action towards preserving and supporting the healthy and sustainable ocean ecosystems. Okay. Then apart from all these things, Niti Aayog in collaboration with PhonePe has organized a 3-week-long virtual summit named as FinTech Open from 7th to 28th of February 2022. And this summit was inaugurated by Union Minister for Railways, Communications and Electronics and IT, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, in the presence of Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar. Okay, and what was the theme for this event? The theme was open. Fine. Also, a few days back we have seen that Internet Mobile Association of India has organized the 16th India Digital Summit 2022, and it was addressed by our Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. You would have heard about a term named as LEAP. It is related to startup ecosystem. You have to tell me what is the full form of this particular acronym. Question number 2. What is the outlay of Prime Minister Awas Yojana in the Union Budget 2022 to 23? So Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has allocated 48,000 crore rupees towards completion of 80 lakh houses under the Prime Minister Awas Yojana in the rural and urban areas during 2022 to 23. So recently the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has approved the project proposal for over 60,000 houses across 5 states basically, which are these states: Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka and Rajasthan. Okay. Now let's see some of the important points regarding Budget 2022. First of all, Nirmala Sitharaman has presented the Union Budget 2022 for the 4th time in a row. Then she has presented the financial statement and tax proposals for financial year 2022 to 23. Earlier, Economic Survey 2021-22 was released on 31st of January 2022 by our Chief Economic Advisor, who's that? V. Anand Nageswaran. And in this, Government of India sees the Indian economy growing at 8 to 8.5% in financial year 2022 to 23. But Nirmala Sitharaman, while presenting the budget, she said that the country is expected to grow at 9.27%. Okay. First budget of independent India was presented by RKS Shetty in the year 1947. And in the September 2016, government announced that the rail budget will be merged with the union budget. Okay. In talking about the budget 2022 specifically, two parallel tracks have been created for the next 25 years. Okay. First is public investment in the infrastructure, and the second is budget that is inclusive and futuristic. Okay. So 7 focus areas in this budget are: first is Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti, second is inclusive development, third is productivity enhancement, fourth is sunrise opportunities, fifth is energy transition, sixth is climate action, and last is financing of investment. Fine. Also, emergency credit line guarantee scheme is to be extended by March 2023. So guaranteed cover extended by another 50,000 crore rupees. Okay. Then issuance of e-passport will be rolled out in 2022 to 23 to make it easier for the citizens. Also, digital rupee is to be issued using blockchain and other technology, and it will be issued by RBI in this period. Not only this, both center and state government employees tax deduction limit is to be increased from 10% to 14% to help the social security benefits of the state government employees. Also, income from long-term capital gains will be taxed at 15%. Okay. Then reduction of surcharge on unlisted shares will be from 28.5% to now 23%. Also, budget has said that the national telehealth program is to be created and implemented. Then 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains will be developed in the next 3 years. Also, use of drones is to be promoted in the sector of agriculture. Now, one last and very important thing, National Ropeways Development Program named as Parvat Mala is to be taken up in the public-private partnership model. Okay. So these are some of the important things regarding budget 2022. Okay. We'll cover the budget in detailed manner someday. Okay. Now, question number 3. India signed a letter of intent on new and renewable energy technology with which country? So India and Israel have signed LOI on new and renewable energy technology, and it aims to scale up the manufacturing and deployment of ultra low cost solar and clean hydrogen. So this letter of intent was signed during the 4th India-Australia Energy Dialogue, and the dialogue was co-chaired by Union Minister for Power and New and Renewable Energy, Mr. R.K. Singh, and his obviously Australian counterpart. Here it is Australia, I'm sorry. Okay. Now let's see some of the important international current affairs. Okay. First is, do remember that Israel becomes the first country ever to allow drones in the civilian airspace. Then Germany has recently elected President Frank-Walter Steinmeier for his 2nd term. Then Paul Henry Sandaogo Damiba has been named as interim president of Burkina Faso. The NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg is to head the Norway Central Bank. Also, Dubai will launch world's first hydrogen-powered flying boat named as the Jet. Okay. Then Antonio Costa has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of Portugal. Then Xiomara Castro has been sworn in as the first female president of Honduras. And one last news, North Korea has successfully test-fired most powerful Hwasong 12 ballistic missile. Okay, so you can be asked that this particular Hwasong 12 ballistic missile belongs to which country? Answer is North Korea. Question number 4. Which Ministry of India organized the international workshop on combating the marine pollution with Australia and Singapore? So the Government of India, in partnership with Australia and Singapore, conducted an international workshop on combating the marine pollution focusing on marine plastic debris. So the sessions involved panel discussions to encourage the discussion among the participants from the East Asia Summit countries, and Ministry of Earth Sciences organized this workshop. Okay, so talking about Gati Shakti, it is a digital platform which will bring 16 ministries together for integrating planning and coordinated implementation of infrastructure connectivity project. So under this Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan, the government plans to develop 22 greenfield expressways, 23 key infrastructure projects including other highways, and 35 multimodal logistic parks as per the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So do remember that the main objective of Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan is infrastructure development. Then apart from it, Union Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment, Mr. Virendra Kumar, has launched the SEED. What is SEED? The Scheme for Economic Empowerment of DNTs. So it aims to basically promote the welfare of denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic communities, and for this Department of Social Justice and Empowerment has developed an online portal to ensure the seamless registration and data storage of these communities. Okay. Then Union Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has announced that Pan-India 3D maps will be prepared for 100 cities. And also he said that the mapping of 6 lakh villages will be done under the Swamit scheme. So he announced this during an event that commemorates the first anniversary of the release of geospatial data, and India's geospatial market is set to cross 36,000 crore rupees in just 3 years. Fine. And one last thing, Department of Fertilizers has sought comments from all the stakeholders on the Draft Integrated Plant Nutrition Management Bill 2022. So Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers has proposed a law that empowers it to fix the maximum selling price of fertilizers and control its quality as well as distribution. Okay, so you can be asked that which ministry has released the Draft Integrated Plant Nutrition Management Bill. Answer is Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Question number 5. Which country is the co-host of the United Nations Pledging Summit to address the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan? So UK has announced to co-host. So UK has announced to be the co-host of an upcoming UN Virtual Pledging Summit to address the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. And as per the UK government, the virtual pledging conference is aimed to help the United Nations raise $4.4 billion for Afghanistan, and it is the largest amount United Nations has ever requested for a single country. Okay. Now do remember that British government has announced to introduce a new legislation under which all the newly built homes and offices will require to feature the electric vehicle chargers there in England. So now with this, England will be the first country in the world to have the EV chargers in all the new homes. And this was announced in the month of October, I think, October 2021. Now recently we have seen that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has flagged off the first electric bus of Delhi Transport Corporation, and Delhi government has planned to release 50 more electric buses by February 2022. So Delhi government is to install the charging stations in the bus depots, and these charging stations are to be built in the phased manner. Fine. Now as per our data released in the winter session of the Parliament, India has total 8,70,141 registered electric vehicles. Uttar Pradesh holding the top spot, and then it was followed by Delhi, Karnataka, Bihar and Maharashtra. So these were the top 5 states. Okay. Question number 6. The snow moon or storm moon occurs usually during which month? So the full moon also called as snow moon, occurs during the month of February, and this year it reached its peak on 16th of February. So the bright star Regulus in the constellation Leo was also witnessed along with the moon, and the snow moon is called so because of the heavy snows that fall in this season. Okay. Now let's see some of the important days and themes from the month of December 2021. Okay. On 1st of December, we observe World AIDS Day, and this year theme was End Inequalities and AIDS. Then on 2nd of December, we observe International Day of Abolition of Slavery. 4th of December is observed as Indian Navy Day. After that, 7th of December is celebrated as Armed Forces Flag Day. Also, 7th of December is observed as International Civil Aviation Day. I have told you in the previous lecture if you remember. Then December 10 is observed as Human Rights Day, and this year theme was Equality, Reducing Inequalities, Advancing Human Rights. Then 14th of December is observed as National Energy Conservation Day. After that, 18th of December is celebrated as Minorities Rights Day in India. Okay. Then 22nd of December is National Mathematics Day. 23rd of December is observed as Kisan Divas, or you can say the National Farmers Day. You have to tell me what was the theme for this day. After that, 24th of December is observed as National Consumers Day, and this year theme was tackling plastic pollution. Okay. And one last, 25th of December is observed as National Good Governance Day. Fine. Can you tell me which is the first state or union territory to implement the district level Good Governance Index? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 7. What is the name of the Earth companion following the same path around the Sun as Earth does? So using the SOAR, that is Southern Astrophysical Research Telescope in Chile, astronomers have confirmed that the asteroid 2020 XL5 is an Earth Trojan. Okay. So Earth Trojan is basically an Earth companion that follows the same path around the Sun as Earth does. And study shows that it is much larger than the only Earth Trojan known. Okay. Now apart from it, ISRO has successfully launched the Earth Observation Satellite 04 recently. Also, ISRO has decommissioned INSAT 4B, which is an Indian communication satellite that forms the part of Indian National Satellite System. Then Indian Institute of Science has commissioned one of the India's most powerful supercomputer named as Param Pravega, which has been designed by CDAC. Now do remember that Samsung has surpassed Intel to become the world's leading chip maker by revenue in 2021. Samsung company belong to South Korea and Intel belong to USA. So now Samsung is the world's top semiconductor company. Okay. Now there is a young girl named as Janvi Dangeti. She has become the first Indian to complete the prestigious NASA program, and she belongs to the state Andhra Pradesh. Fine. Question number 8. Which is the birthplace of Guru Ravidass? So Guru Ravidass was an Indian mystic, poet and social reformer who made remarkable contributions in the form of devotional songs, verses, spiritual teachings during the Bhakti movement. So 16th of February is marked as the celebration of 645th birth anniversary of Guru Ravidass, and it is observed as Guru Ravidass Jayanti all across the nation. So he was born in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Also, he actively opposed the caste system and promoted the communal harmony. Fine. Now let's see some of the important stars and the personalities who have left us recently. First of all, legendary singer and music composer Bappi Lahiri has recently passed away at the age of 69 years. After that, Bengali singer Sandhya Mukherjee has passed away at the age of 90 years. And she is quite important because she had refused to accept the Padma Awards from central government that was awarded in January 2022. Okay. Can you name two of the personalities who have been awarded the Padma Bhushan but still they did not accept? Please write their names in the comment section. Then Padma Shri awardee and social worker Ibrahim Sutar has passed away in Karnataka, and he was fondly referred to as Kabir of Kannada, and he got the Padma Shri in the year 2018. Okay. Then legendary singer Lata Mangeshkar has passed away at the age of 92 years due to multi-organ failure. So she received the Dada Saheb Phalke Award in the year 1990, Padma Bhushan in 1969 and Bharat Ratna in 2001. These awards you have to remember, okay? Question number 9. Who is the head of the Apex committee that will guide the G20 Secretariat established in India? So the Union Cabinet, chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved the setting up of a G20 Secretariat and its reporting structure. So it aims to handle the work related to various aspects of India's G20 presidency starting from 1st of December 2022 to 30th of November 2023. So the Secretariat will be guided by an Apex committee headed by the Prime Minister, Home Minister, External Affairs Minister and G20 Sherpa, means Commerce and Industry Minister. Okay. Now who is the next IMF chief? Now who is the new IMF chief? It is Pierre Olivier. Also, rocket scientist S. Somnath has been appointed as new ISRO chief, and he has replaced Mr. K. Sivan. Then actor Rajkumar Rao has been chosen as the brand ambassador of Renew By. Also, Roberta Metsola has taken over as the president of European Union Parliament. Then Sher Singh B. Khalia has been appointed as CEO of Adani Power. Also, Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey has been appointed as next Army Vice Chief. Then Narendra Kumar Goenka has been appointed as new chairman of Apparel Export Promotion Council. Okay, and he has replaced Dr. A. Saktivel. Fine. Now coming to last question. Splitting the post of chairman and managing director was mandated by SEBI after the recommendations of which panel? So in the year 2018, SEBI asked the top 500 listed companies to split the post of chairman and MD by April 2020 after the recommendations of Uday Kotak panel on corporate governance. So in the year 2020, it extended the timeline by 2 years till April 1, 2022. And recently SEBI has made splitting of the post of chairman and MD in the top 500 listed companies voluntary. Fine. Now apart from it, the Indian embassy in the Ukrainian capital has issued the advisory saying that Indian nationals, particularly the students whose stay is not essential, may consider leaving the Ukraine temporarily. And also it advised them to avoid all non-essential travel. This came at the backdrop of repeated warnings from US officials that Russia could launch an invasion of Ukraine. So there are more than 20,000 Indians in Ukraine, including professional businessmen and some 18,000 students. Now earlier we have seen that RBI has recently cancelled the license of Independence Cooperative Bank Limited, Nashik, Maharashtra. And reason was that bank does not have an adequate capital and earning prospect, means that it does not comply with the provisions of Section 56 of Banking Regulations Act of 1949. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zatsana signing off.